Hello and welcome to a review of a French album. Today we're gonna talk about metal noir, that is black metal. So, Azziard, founded in early 2000s, have finally reached their third album after 4 years break. Well, not break, but anyway, 4 years since the last album, Vesanie, was released. And that album, by the way, was a positive surprise back then. Previously unknown name managed to actually do a really positive, really kind of a cold and good album. Black metal, that is. Now the band is back, and here we have the promo copy, which was of a CD which was released on December 2017. So a little bit late with this one, but then again, I only got it like 3 weeks ago. So here we are with the queue and all that stuff. Metempsychose is the name of the album. It is a 10-song album. Well, about black metal. So there is not much to unbox as such because, like I said, promo copy. There is no CD inlay as such. So just the CD, which is here. Some nice residuals and all that stuff. And then we have this booklet, which also has the track list. Like I said, 10 songs in total. So inside, this is very basic. Lyrics, more lyrics on the black paper, kind of how to say, lots of French here, very basic, very kind of simple in a way. There's not really much to see, as it is just lyrics, which then again is nothing to really complain about. It's rather good to have lyrics than not, which is so common with the digital copies and streaming and all that stuff. Now, music-wise, Azziard is black metal like the previous ones. Metempsychose is an album with really cold atmosphere. It's kind of mean, it's violent, it's just kind of sinister. Starting with very kind of a soothing, kind of easy intro. The band starts with very violent, very fast tempo, very in-your-face type of blasting. That is very fierce. The tempo is really high and kind of reminding me of bands like Vesanie, Marduk and all that stuff. With previous albums, they had this kind of a World War I theme, so kind of a grim and violent and warlike stuff. But really, this time I didn't get any kind of basically info on this, what is this album themed about, so I'm not gonna do any kind of guessing, and my French is a little bit rusty, so it's not like I can really dig deep into the themes of the album. Now, while this album is very in your face, very fierce, fast tempo and kind of a cold, it's not reaching the levels that Vesanie reaches. The first parts of the album are in fact quite good. It is, like I said, kind of a violent and aggressive stuff, which is, in my opinion, really good way to start an album. But towards the end, the tempo not only decreases, but it's also like sliding down a little bit. That is, all the fierceness and violence and the aggression kind of starts to diminish after a while. And meanwhile, at first I wasn't that much paying attention to it. It felt like this album was just, kind of well balanced, but with more spins I gave it to the CD, it kind of made me feel that this album is not that, in fact, not that well balanced. I think the first tracks are, in fact, the best of the album here, and towards the rest it just starts to lose its grip, its fierceness, and it's kind of feel like it's getting exhausted. Now, I'm not saying that tempo changes are bad, because in fact they are not, but towards the end the band kind of loses its grip. There's some added growling vocals versus the typical violent black metal shrieks in the beginning, and these growling, while they certainly give kind of a variation to the songs, they are kind of not bringing any value to the songs. In fact, they don't add anything cool or important to the songs. So meanwhile, they are kind of a nice to have, they're also not necessary to have. So kind of a neutral thing. Also, they're kind of a sloppiness towards the end. This is by no means trying to say that they are bad songs or mediocre ones, but they are just not that good as the CD kind of claims to be in the beginning. So overall, I could say that the first parts, the first tracks are really good, but then it just is something that is quite nice, but no cigar. So I'm not kind of able to be honest, and if I were to say that this is as good as Vesanie, certainly, definitely worth listening to, because this is something kind of a new school of French black metal in a way, and I totally like what these guys are doing, but this album is not, you know, on par with the previous ones. Certainly a nice album, clearly good, not so much maybe, but definitely if cold, kind of a gripping atmosphere and violin in your face kind of starts are your cup of tea, give Azziard a go. They have most certainly deserved that thing. Anyway, thank you for watching this review, and as always, should you have any questions or comments about the album or the band, let me know in the box below and I'll get back to you later on. See you next time with another review coming your way.